12th fight of the night. Fighting out of the red corner, Frank Black of the Sacramento Fire Department. 17 years he's been with the Sac Fire Department. Started boxing 2 years ago. He wanted to be a part of something bigger than himself and wanted to compete in the Battle of the Badges, and, well, he has arrived. Fights out of pound-for-pound boxing and fitness in Elk Grove. His coach, Daryl Taylor, trained 2 months for this fight, dedicating the fight to his wife, Tanya, and his kids, Miles and Josiah. And Lil Wayne's Fireman, that's the song choice of the night for some of these fire department workers.
I think this is going to be the tallest bout of tonight. Frank Black, 6'4". Daniel Vasquez, 6'3". So we've got some tall heavyweights in there tonight.
I've heard they're going to go play basketball against each other right after.
And
that's the rumor.
That's the rumor. And out of the blue corner, Daniel Vasquez, representing the Sacramento Sheriff's Office. He's been with his department for 10 years. And in his corner, he's got his trainer, Charles Tuck Turner. He's been training for approximately 6 months for his camp. A couple of people that helped him get ready for this fight: Chuck, DJ, Thomas Clower, Shrimp Duck, Ty Gardner. He's been boxing for 2 years. And again, both these fighters making their ring debut.
Frank Black with the red trunks and the red gloves, the blue gloves, and all black with the yellow trim. Daniel Vasquez. Sacramento Sheriffs for Sacramento Fire.
And both have a lot of reach to them, so let's see who can exercise that reach advantage. I think it's fairly close, but both have long arms.
They both have the reach, but they're both going right into each other's body early on.
Frank throws a big right. Vasquez trying to collect himself. And we have a slip. So it's just simply a slippage, right? Sometimes when you throw a lot of power and it doesn't land or connect like it would if a bag were there, right? Sometimes you become, you get off balance, and I think that's what we just saw there. I think Frank was in a good position, right, when he landed that punch. Vasquez seemed to be hurt on the ropes.
And these two are rumbling.
Oh, they're rumbling.
You can feel it right here ringside.
Oh, you can feel it. That's what I was telling you before. Matt, this is your first time commentating with UCA, is that you could feel, right, the ring right in front of you. Sometimes you can close your eyes and determine the weight class that people are fighting in based off of, their footsteps on the ring.
Yeah, I've been doing this whole thing with my eyes closed.
All right, so looks like two are settling in. I think as long as they are, you want to see them throw a double jab. Oh, and Frank throws a strong 1-2. I think you want to see some straight punches by Frank. Oh. And the ref's going to call it a slippage. All right, and they're back. And I think what I want to see is I want to see Frank establish that double jab and use that jab.
And some of the inexperience maybe showing a bit here as when there were some stoppages from some slips or what the referee determined were slips. You could tell kind of both fighters weren't sure about the restart of things, and things were kind of slow getting restarted there. Well, I'll tell you, these guys are going at it. I mean, you talk about a lot of these fighters have said on those questionnaires Hey, you know, they've been doing this for competition to get in shape, and you can see the competitive nature of both these massive dudes out here in the ring.
Oh, absolutely. Again, as tall and as long as they are, I want to see them establish that jab, just kind of sit on their punches. I think sometimes, you know, it being your first time in the ring, you know, you get overwhelmed, right, by that excitement, that anxiousness. So let's see if they can sit on their punches, kind of relax a little bit. They touch gloves going into the second round.
Nice left there, going backwards by Frank Black in the red trunks. As Vasquez.
And again, I think I'd like to see a double jab. Maybe jab to the body and then jab upstairs. Kind of work your way in there and not just go for the home run right away, right? Frank throws
much more patient, both fighters
yes.
here in the second round. Nice left there from Black. Both fighters with an intensity in their eyes.
Oh, absolutely. And you see it.
Let it go when he's right there. Straight. Don't load up.
And just as I praise them for being patient, it goes away.
It goes away. Oh, and I heard some power.
Oh, look at the body shots by Vasquez.
You see some body shots by Vasquez. And the ref's going to come in there and separate them.
Straight shots, Frank. Right down the middle. Right. Hold your hands up. Good.
The ref's probably thinking we couldn't get a bigger ref to handle these two guys.
Oh, be first. Use that jab. Jab. Double it up.
Right, both being patient, waiting for the punch. Good jab by Frank.
Again. Yes. Double it up. Drop the right when he comes
Frank
in.
Black finding his range with that jab.
Straight, not a loopy. Jab. Jab.
And both
Vasquez going to the body again.
find themselves getting close and in tight with each other. Oh, great right hook by Frank. Great right hook by Frank Black.
Yeah, I think he hit two right there in that exchange.
And that's the end of the second round. Yeah, I
And you
mean,
see both these corners not bringing the stool into the ring for their fighters to sit down. I'm not sure if that has to do with their height. Maybe it's hard to get. I mean, because the stools are very short, not as comfortable for somebody with the height 6'3", 6'4".
Might have to
fighters respectively.
Might have to stretch those legs out a little bit once you get on that stool. Yeah.
I can't relate in the height department.
Yeah. Again, the ring announcer saying dynamites, and I think that's something that often happens, right, with inexperience. Is that despite inexperience in the ring, these two have power. You could hear it when shots landed. And sometimes with inexperience, right, you're vulnerable on defense, and all it takes is for one powerful shot, right, an overhand, maybe a wild punch that could land and stop the fight.
We'll call it out every time. The sportsmanship here to start the third round.
Absolutely.
Another tough one to call here.
And both find themselves in short distance and range.
A couple of rights landed by Black here, but Vasquez going back to that body again.
Yeah. And really, with again all this height, all this length, this isn't really where you want to be in the fight. Is holding each other up. Obviously, a conservation of energy may be happening as well right now, but you really want to see them use their length at their advantage.
And with they getting tight, the hectic nature of this fight so far, that's got to make it hard for the judges as well, because when there's a distance between the fighters, easier to see these punches. But when they get in close, these two guys are rumbling here. Yeah. It is tough to see what's happening at times.
Absolutely. All right, we have a little bit of a lapse. Both feeling each other, assessing each other right now. Vasquez is the one moving forward. Oh, you can hear Frank exhale as he throws his punches. Vasquez again depositing to the body as they're in close range.
Come on, Frank. You're almost there. Come on. Keep those hands up. You got about 1 minute. Let's rock. Let's rock, Frank.
All right, we're getting close to the end of the fight.
Jab, jab.
and both just kind of throwing whatever they have available in the kitchen, right, towards each other.
Yeah, they're not leaving anything.
And we have 10 seconds.
They're both exhausted right now. Less than 10 seconds to go in this third round. Headset adjustment for Vasquez, and they're not even going to throw anymore. And a hug between the competitors. So, you know, obviously no disrespect to anybody, but probably one of the less technical fights we've seen today, but entertaining nonetheless.
Again, you know, them getting in there, right? Achieving this milestone, getting in the ring, not many people can say that, especially at their age, right? Maybe, you know, they look at this fight and say, you know what? Hey, I want to work on this craft, and guess what? You're going to see me again. That's what I'd love to see from the two.
Fantastic fight here, another entertaining one in our 12th fight of the night. Looks like the judges' scorecards are in, and we'll find out the winner here now. So Frank Black, the winner out of the red corner, and the look of exhaustion on both the fighters' faces. Daniel Vasquez, incredible effort there, but boy, I mean, when they got tight in those exchanges, Vasquez had some nice moments of the body, but it felt like Black was coming out on top more often than not.
Yeah, I thought it was a very close fight. I felt that Frank Black landed the more effective shots. If you talk about moments in the fight, I think Frank had the more memorable moments with a couple of the hooks that he threw and that he landed. Starting out with the first round, landed a power shot. I think in the end of that third round too, he was able to land some successful hooks, power shots. So congratulations, Frank Black, and welcoming both to United Combat Association family.
Gotta feel good. I know you've been there, but it's gotta feel good. Your first fight, I'm sure there's a lot of nerves going on, and to come away with a victory. And so Frank Black with the Sacramento Fire Department, got to be going back feeling good right now.
You know, stepping in there, right, finishing that fight, I mean, that's the whipped cream, but to get that win, that's the cherry on top.